자, 추첨 시작됐습니다.
씨발, 너 2개 맞았다.
When the third number matched, the young soldier's heart leaped into his throat. He silently noted the remaining numbers, carefully tucked the lottery ticket into his pocket, and fixed his eyes on the TV.
이것들이 지금 정오 준비하는 거 어쩌라고 있어! 이 새끼들이 이게 빠져가지고 그냥 정신 안 차려!
33번이네요.
자, 이제 2등 보너스볼 추첨하겠습니다.
The next day, the young soldier went wild. Yes, he laughed and cried because a lottery ticket he had picked up had won the grand prize in the lotto.
박 원장님 혹시 어디 안 좋으십니까?
아니, 세상이 너무 아름다워서.
This unbelievably lucky soldier's name was Park Chun-woo. He secretly checked online and discovered that the prize was a staggering 5.7 billion Korean won, which is about $6 million US. The night before, a fateful lottery ticket was searching for its owner. It went from being a beer promotion freebie to the trash heap of a tavern, and then, carried by gusts of wind, landed perfectly in a military truck heading towards the South-North Korean border. In these peaceful times, South Korea and North Korea didn't fight but engaged in small competitions to show off who had more bullets or louder speakers. South Korea, being wealthier, used real bullets, while North Korea, though poor, was equally defiant.
덤으로 300발 더 날려주라.
Chun-woo was standing guard at the camp, waiting for his commanding officer to return in a hurry. Fluent in dog language, he even asked the camp's dog to scout ahead for him.
어디쯤이야? 500m? 야, 준비해라.
With another gust of wind, the lottery ticket that had just landed on the truck fell at Chun-woo's feet. However, this ticket seemed dissatisfied with its new owner. While Chun-woo was diligently preparing for a wealthy life, it fluttered away on a sunny afternoon, drifting toward the DMZ. Luck comes fast and leaves faster. The winning ticket gracefully floated down and landed at the feet of North Korean soldier Ri Young-ho. He casually put it in his pocket, not paying much attention. Back in the office, only Chubby was there watching a German movie. Young-ho could recite the German lines perfectly. Knowing that Chubby was well informed, Young-ho showed him the ticket and asked what it was. A quick check by Chubby made both of their jaws drop. After losing the winning lottery ticket, Chun-woo dug a tunnel overnight, attempting to retrieve it from the other side. He even calculated the ticket's possible flight range using free-fall formulas. Anyone who finds a winning lottery ticket must have extraordinary luck. Chun-woo crossed the minefield in the dead of night without triggering a single mine. He didn't find the ticket, but he did meet its current owner, Ri Young-ho. Young-ho admitted he needed a South Korean to help cash the ticket and promised a 10% cut. Chun-woo, both anxious and excited, quickly recited the winning lottery ticket number, proving that he was the rightful owner.
남조선아 새끼 누굴 핫바지로 보내? 그리고 이 종이 쪼가리 주인이 어디 있네? 먼저 추선놈이 임차디.
Suddenly, distant lights interrupted them. With the lottery ticket issue unresolved, they agreed to meet at the same spot 4 days later. Chun-woo's series of unusual behaviors caught the attention of his captain, who thought the boy might be having a mental breakdown. When Chun-woo mentioned the lottery ticket, the captain became even more worried.
눈 봐봐, 눈 보자. 응. 바로 2번이야. 빨리.
정말이라니까요. 57억 로또에 당첨이 됐다니까요.
New recruit Kim Man-cheol came to report for duty and inexplicably got roped into the secret mission to retrieve the lottery ticket.
들어보라!
The shared goal of wealth was the only thing that could make South Korean and North Korean soldiers temporarily set aside their prejudices and work together. A few days ago, to retrieve the $6 million winning ticket, South Korea sent a discreet meeting request to North Korea.
우리 지금 만나!
우리 지금 만나! 당장 만나! 우리 지금 만나!
North Korea understood their intent and responded with a coded message indicating a secret meeting place.
공동급수구역입니다.
That night, 6 people met formally. Following international protocol, they laid down their weapons and began negotiations. The North Korean officer bluntly told the others to stop trying to fool them with capitalist theories. The South Korean captain countered by explaining the lottery tax. Out of the 5.7 billion won, 33% would be deducted as tax, leaving less than 4 billion. It wasn't reasonable to think they could take 80% or 90%. The North Korean officer was not pleased either.
그냥 알아보기 쉽게 힘센 점으로 정리해봤습니다. 힘센 점? 양키들은 파워포인트라 부르더만요. 우리 인민군대는 말로 안 합니다. 그림 한 방이면 되는데 뭘 귀찮게 말로 하고 짝대기 쓰고 극합니까?
Holding the ticket gave the North Koreans a negotiating advantage, but they couldn't reach an agreement, and tensions almost led to a fight. The South Koreans devised a cunning plan. They promised a high percentage to retrieve the winning lottery ticket, intending to decide how much to actually give after claiming the prize. Despite their tough facade, the North Koreans were also struggling financially and thought a compromise with a smaller share would be acceptable. Finally, both sides reached an agreement and signed a deal. When it came time to hand over the lottery ticket, Young-ho suddenly had a flash of insight and warned the officer that something was fishy. The negotiations failed once again. Just then, the South Korean supply officer appeared. Known for his good nature and technical skills, he often helped the North Koreans with their plumbing, earning their trust and friendship. After understanding the situation, the supply officer offered to mediate the negotiation. He suggested that since the lottery ticket had landed by chance, it didn't belong to either side. As a symbol of peace, the lottery winnings should be split equally. Everyone agreed this was a reasonable solution. To ensure mutual trust, he proposed an exchange similar to a movie-style prisoner swap. Each side would hand over one soldier to the other, who would be returned once the lottery prize was claimed and the cash divided. Chun-woo and Young-ho were naturally chosen for the exchange. They spent some time learning each other's dialects and customs. On the day of the exchange, after swapping uniforms, there was an unexpectedly touching moment. To commemorate this special day, one side brought drinks while the other prepared food, leading to a unique and friendly gathering. With the atmosphere set, they even had a friendly soccer match. After enjoying the food and drinks, everyone began to open up, sharing their thoughts and dreams. Kim Man-cheol asked Chubby if he knew what a girl group was, surprisingly bringing the mood to a new high. Young-ho, having secretly crossed over from North Korea because of the lottery ticket, found serving in South Korea to be a delight compared to the hardships he was used to. The food in the mess hall was a luxury he could previously only dream of, and he devoured every meal. Everywhere he turned, there were new and fascinating things he'd never seen before. On the other hand, Chun-woo, who was sent to North Korea in exchange, wasn't so lucky. His days were filled with patriotic education and intense training. He faced tasks like breaking bricks with his bare hands and smashing light bulbs with his fingers. On his first day, the instructor singled him out, demanding he break a granite block with his chest. Thinking quickly, Chun-woo recited a motivational speech by a leader, earning enthusiastic applause, but he couldn't escape the test. The officer, though late, eventually reassigned Chun-woo to work on a farm. At the farm, Chun-woo quickly bonded with the new recruits. They nursed an injured wild piglet back to health and told Chun-woo that getting the ducks to lay eggs was their most important task, which just happened to be Chun-woo's specialty. That night, he set up the farm environment, adding gentle music and lighting to ensure its future success. The High Command visited the farm hero, criticizing why such talent hadn't appeared sooner and insisting that Chun-woo be sent to Pyongyang for further training. While attending the officer school was a dream for all North Korean soldiers, Chun-woo was secretly a South Korean soldier. Faced with the higher-ups' demands, the officer had no choice but to watch Chun-woo be sent off. The girl who intercepted the car was Young-ho's younger sister, who also knew about the lottery ticket. She intercepted the car, documents in hand, and demanded Chun-woo first record his methods for increasing farm production, thus delaying his trip to Pyongyang. Meanwhile, Young-ho in South Korea started to stand out, almost exposing his identity. During a mine-clearing mission, a comrade accidentally stepped on a mine, while others panicked and fled. Young-ho stayed calm, pushing the soldier aside and disarming the mine, saving his squad and becoming a hero. the higher-ups came to visit, with the captain following closely. When asked where he was from, Young-ho impulsively said Hamburg, Germany. Impressed by the rarity of foreign soldiers, the officer asked him to report his feelings about joining the South Korean army in German. Thinking quickly, Young-ho recalled lines from a German movie he had watched countless times.
Die Geleit, 난 England Kind.
결코 특별한 것이 아닙니다.
Ihr Pechbandit. Ein Pack den Brennstoff.
조국을 지킬 수 있는 기회는 오직 한 번뿐이니까요.
With the captain's creative translation, Young-ho's heartfelt speech moved everyone present, nearly bringing the captain to tears from the stress. The two secretly exchanged soldiers were settling in, but cashing in the lottery ticket remained the top priority. However, escaping from a tightly sealed military camp was no easy task. The only way out was through medical leave, which required a serious injury.
땡기는 걸 하나 골라봐.
Determined, the young soldier broke his own arm to get out and carry out the secret mission. He was extremely careful with his crotch area, as it contained the most important item for the mission, bearing the hopes of 6 soldiers from both sides of the DMZ. Kim Man-cheol set off to cash in the winning lottery ticket. After leaving the hospital, he followed the plan to take public transportation to the bank, avoiding eye contact with anyone for safety. His extreme nervousness, however, made the lottery ticket in his underwear appear suspicious to subway passengers, who mistook him for a pervert. Before long, his awkward behavior went viral online. When he finally reached the bank, he faced a slew of lottery ticket brokers eyeing him hungrily. The captain had warned him that they were all scammers and advised him to seek help from bank security. Meanwhile, the captain noticed the trending online topic. He was shocked to learn that it was his own soldiers. To make matters worse, Kim Man-cheol lost his phone while trying to escape. Desperate, the captain couldn't reach him. On the North Korean side, the chief instructor began to suspect Chun-woo's identity, summoning him for questioning. He even drew his gun, ready to accuse Chun-woo of being a spy. At this critical moment, Young-ho's resourceful sister appeared once again.
이 새끼야! 너 누구냐고! 나는 자랑스러운 대한민국
얼굴에 뺏겨가지고 내려오는 이 새끼 집으로 나도 뺏겨.
The officer, though late, eventually arrived. Given the situation, the only solution was for the sister to take Chun-woo in retreat, while immediately contacting the South Korean captain to bring an end to this ordeal. After the chief instructor woke up, the instructor explained everything about the lottery and gave him 2 choices: split the money and pretend nothing happened, or have a shootout to the death. The South Korean captain couldn't reach Kim Man-cheol, so he searched online for news about the psycho. Unexpectedly, after escaping, the kid ate some sausages, bought a lottery ticket, went to another district, ate blood sausage hot dogs, drank coffee, visited a bike repair shop, and even went to an amusement park. Finally, it was confirmed that his last known location was a knife-cut noodle shop, so the captain directly called the restaurant's front desk.
강태군바리 씨, 여기 전화 왔어요. 받아보세요.
Finally, Kim Man-cheol exchanged the lottery ticket with a chaebol lady introduced by a broker. Not only did he get a lower tax rate, but he also received the cash in US dollars immediately. Everyone gathered at the public water supply area, ready to split the money and enjoy a bright future. The chief instructor suddenly appeared, holding the instructor hostage. Chubby tried to persuade the chief instructor to split the $4 million, but he, having a gun, planned to take the whole bag of cash and kill all the witnesses. Just then, an unexpected guest arrived at the entrance. A wild boar mother mistook the bag of cash for her baby, roared, and without hesitation, put on the backpack. The chief instructor couldn't let the money be taken, but when he chased after it, he ran straight into a minefield. Everyone thought it was all over and prepared to go their separate ways when Kim Man-cheol brought new hope.
뺐다. 여기라고?
Although it wasn't as much as expected, each person could still get a decent share of the $400,000. The captain calculated that it was enough to buy a piano for his daughter and cover his parents' hospital bills, which made him content. Chubby from North Korea could finally buy Swiss dentures for his grandmother. Although they couldn't get rich, everyone's small wishes and needs were satisfied for the moment. The two soldiers exchanged uniforms and were about to part ways, feeling reluctant, muttering that perhaps only on the day of reunification could they openly meet again. So they now had a common new wish.
남조선 군장병 여러분, 안녕하십니까?